painting so flat? Have you ever made a painting and then got bogged down and frustrated, left wondering with this question? If yes, don't worry, you're not alone. I've done it too. And in this video, you're going to find out the most likely reason why this is happening, and not just that, also what you can do about it. So, hello everybody. For those who are already subscribed to my channel, welcome back. And for the ones who are watching me for the first time, I welcome you on board. Please hit subscribe so that you can get my latest updates. Through my channel, I try and share my experiential learnings. I'm a self-made artist, so I can say with conviction that it's rather easy and you can learn too. So the answer to the question that I asked is values. Values is the culprit. Values is the gradation of the light and dark in a painting. You have those different grades. And it's the play of light and shadow. Through this, I would say the painting maintains its structure. I can't emphasize enough on the importance of values in a painting. In fact, I rank it even higher than color. And I would go so far as to say that when you do any real-life object study, always think in black and white first. I know it sounds really counterintuitive, doesn't it? The moment you think of painting, you have all these different colors pop into your head because, hey, painting is all about color, isn't it? But believe me, start with an imagination of and study of black and white. I mean, you would have seen paintings where you see orange clouds and blue trees and they still look awesome, while there may be paintings where you can have all the right colors. Look at this one. You have a blue sky, blue sea, brown mountains, golden yellow sun. I know this is exaggerated and oversimplified, but it's for the purpose of demonstration so that you understand what I'm saying. This still looks so flat. It has no dimension, no depth whatsoever. Of course, it doesn't mean you can throw in whatever color you want in there. There are complementary colors that go well with each other. But when we come back to even looking at one color, monochromatic or even no color, what is it that brings out the real structure of a painting? Color is the icing on the cake, but the structure is built through the foundation of values, because values is what gives it the form, the space, the light, the dimension in a painting. I'm going to use this picture as an example now to study. Look at the colors, they're highly saturated. And now we'll look at the black and white version of the same picture. You can still recognize that I'm wearing a leather jacket, denims because the fabric looks rugged, the material of the car looks smooth and it's reflecting light. You can recognize that the lights are made of glass. You can recognize the shrubs, the buildings, all of that. All of this with absolutely no color. Now, further to this, I'm going to use a painting to study this. I've taken a reference image from one of my favorite series on TV, which is Dev Honge Dev Mahadev. I picked this because it has very few colors and it's going to be easy to study the values. I started off identifying the darkest areas on the picture and I numbered them 1. Then I moved on to the second darkest areas and I numbered them 2. Next, further, I moved on to the third darkest areas in the picture, numbered them 3. I continued this exercise until I reached the lightest areas on the image and I numbered them 7. Now you could have a keener observation, a better eye than I do, and you may go up till say the number 9, or you may even go up to the number 5 or lower. In fact, even if you're able to identify 3 distinct values, you should still come up with a decent enough painting after this. Once you complete this exercise, take a good hard look and see if the values have been correctly identified. A few here and there should not make much of a difference. A tip, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, is that start to think in terms of black and white. And if your eye is not trained yet, you can easily convert the digital image of what you're studying into a black and white version and studied alongside the colored version. This will help you refine your identification of the values as you go along. Sometimes the colors can lead to misleading identification of values because different colors, even on full saturation, have different values. And also, depending on which colors lie next to each other, it can give rise to a perceived value which is different from the actual value. Now that we've identified the different values onto the image, it's time to start painting. Choose any color that you like for the monochromatic painting. It could be blue, black, orange, green, purple, any color you fancy. I've picked brown here, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix those 7 shades onto the palette. To get the lighter shades, you have to mix white. To get the darker shades, you can mix black, or you can mix the complementary colors. I've used blue here. In case you don't understand complementary colors just yet, don't worry, you can use black. I've prepared these 7 identified values on my palette, and now it's time to transfer them onto the canvas. Voila! We're done. Now at this point, you can decide to either call this painting complete and sign it, or you can even decide to use this as an underpainting and now start adding in colors. See how the painting comes to life, and it's going to be a completely different experience and outcome from how it would have looked had you just directly put on the colors to the canvas without this underpainting guiding you for the different values. With this, we come to the end of our values study. I hope you found this useful, and now you have a better appreciation of the importance of values in your compositions. Please try and be conscious of this in all your future paintings, and before you realize, it'll become a part of your subconscious and you won't even have to think of it. It'll come naturally to you. As always, it was wonderful interacting with you. And until we meet again, happy painting.